the November 5th, 2019 meeting of the Harris County Board of Commissioners to order. And Mr. Taylor, would you please lead us in our information?
Would everybody please bow their heads? Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and for the grace that you've given us through our lives here on this earth, and in particular in Harris County and the United States of America. We thank you for all the physical blessings that we have, and we thank you for the spiritual blessings that we don't, a lot of times don't even think about and don't realize we do have. And we thank you for blessing us with all of those blessings. We pray for our country. We pray for our world that we will all become united and would all be united in our worship of you. We thank you for our servicemen, and we thank you for our first responders who help try to protect us and do protect us every day. We thank you for living in the United States where we don't have to worry about a lot of things that happen in other countries. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray that you will bless this commission tonight as it considers the issues of this county, and we pray that everything they do tonight will be good and perfect in your sight. For these and many other blessings in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Stand for our pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The first item on our agenda tonight is the approval of the minutes of the regular session of October the 15th, 2019. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those, excuse me, are there any changes? Any changes or any discussion? All right, all those in favor? Okay, so moved. Nancy, is there an appearance of Sue? No, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Under old business on our agenda, it's the second reading of the ordinance to amend the trails ordinance. This is the second reading to amend Chapter 3.5, Parks and Rec, Article 3, Railroad Recreation Trail. It includes amendments to Section 3.5-51, Hours of Operation, and to Section 3.5-54, Driveways. The current ordinance stipulates the trail is open from 7 a.m. until sunset, and the amendment is for the trail to be open from sunrise to sunset. The current ordinance does not allow for new crossovers or driveways to protect the integrity of the trail for future paving and the existing underground utilities. As a result of a request by a developer, the amendment was drafted to allow new crossovers, driveways over the rail bed on a case-by-case basis. In addition to the amendments, John Taylor, our county attorney, has prepared a license agreement for the board's consideration. Is there anyone who would like to make any comments concerning this change in the rails to trails ordinance?
I would, if I may, please, Madam Chairman. The two things I just want to point out in here. The description of the trail is that the county owns the trail from, and I defer to Mr. Taylor here, so, just to make sure that we're right. It says that we own it from the Muskogee line to the Meriwether County line. My recollection was that no, we own it almost to the Muskogee County line, unless we do own it, but just agreed that we would not take that.
I think you own it all with them.
Okay, we just agreed. All right. And then the other thing was, and I did look at this appropriately. This does not mention golf carts. And in the beginning, that was something that we did include, but at the request of Callaway, we pulled that off the table, and it is correct in here. And I have noted that with Mr. Copeland, because he's trying to cover it very well. He's had the old land, so those are my only comments.
So you're saying that golf carts
Will not be allowed. It's a big liability issue.
Right.
It was part of our grant application also. Is that correct?
The current ordinance says this is a non-motorized trail,
Correct.
except for motorized wheelchairs for ADA accessibility.
Correct. Is there any other discussion or any other questions? Okay. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve.
Okay, there's a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I'll say.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. No other changes, no other questions, no other discussion. All right, all those in favor, raise your hand. Okay, motion carries. The changes are approved.
Keep in mind that too, the trail is open only from 116 to the Muscogee County, to the Meriwether County line, because everything south of there, it's closed to all public use. And that's what the initial idea was. It was developed from here to downtown Pine Mountain, and to get the tourist trade and, the walkers and whatnot here. Then south of here, it got, there's gonna be some challenges with some bridges and over creeks and whatnot south here. So it's only open from here up. And of course that, you can come back at any time and open it up as far down as you want, if you can go with it.
Okay, thank you. Under new business, we have the Census Complete Count Committee. The U.S. Constitution requires a census be performed every 10 years to count every resident of the United States. And the official deadline for residents to be counted is April the 1st, 2020. To that end, the governor of the state of Georgia has directed that a complete count committee be formed in each of the 159 counties. The purpose of the committee is to raise awareness of the importance of the census by aggressively reaching out to and encouraging participation of citizens. The main function, really the only function, of this committee will be to make sure that we can come up with ideas and ways that we can get the information out so that all of our citizens can be counted. The count ensures accurate census data which provides information vital for government programs, policies, and decision-making impacting housing, education, transportation, employment, and health care, and the results of the count are used to redraw the boundaries of congressional and state legislative districts and to accurately determine the number of congressional seats each state has in the U.S. House of Representatives. We have been working to put together a complete count committee. We have not completely finished that committee yet, but those that have agreed to serve with us, from the Harris County Chamber, Mr. Charles Sweat. From Hamilton, we have Connie Harris and Ricky Hood. Pine Mountain, Shirley Manning and Josephine Bray. Shiloh, Peggy Allen and Holly Holloway. Waverly Hall is Geraldine Bodie, Pam Nims, and possibly Dennis McPherson. West Point, Dennis Dutton. The others we have are Stephanie Green from the library and John Winchester from Family Connection. I will serve on that, and the staff will be Randy Dowling and Nancy McMichael. We can have one other commissioner if anybody would like to serve. on this?
I'll be,
All right. We plan to have our first meeting sometime, the first or second week in December. And if you have any suggestions as to who else we could get to serve in this committee, just let Nancy know. And, but the big thing is, we just need to get the information out, because this does affect, funding for the county.
I'd like to ask the president of the Ellerslie Place Homeowners Association if he would be willing to serve, because that's a very large subdivision in 5 phases there, and we're unincorporated, so we'll have, Waverly Hall will be coming our way. If I'd like to. I'll let you know if he's willing to serve.
Okay, anybody have any questions? Okay. And then under new business, Commissioner Lang also had some information that he wanted to share with us this evening.
thank you, ma'am. I certainly do. At a recent ACCG meeting and class, I happened to attend one that dealt with health issues and whatnot for the counties. And I think Harris County fares very, very well in this, and I wanted to share that with all of you. Keeping in mind there are 159 counties in Georgia, and so the lower the number you rank, the better you are. So if I may, the health outcomes, we're 8th best in the state. The length of life, we're 8th best in the state. The quality of life, we're 12th best in the state. Health factors, 9th best in the state. Health behaviors, 18th best in the state. Clinical care, 8th best in the state. Social and economic factors, 6th best in the state. The only one that we didn't score well in was the physical environment, and where we were 145th in the state, but the big dinger there was air pollution, particulate matter, and none of that's produced in Harris County. That crosses the border from our neighbors to the south. For the most part, we're in the top of the state all the way through, and I just think that speaks very well for Harris County. I wanted to share that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the county manager.
Madam Chairman, Board of Commissioners, the next item is bid award for Ellerslie Park Lodge repair. As everyone knows, in March 2019, a tornado hit the county, and Ellerslie Lodge was no exception. It got damaged pretty severely. And the county initially received from insurance proceeds about $70,775 to repair the lodge. Staff requested bids in August. Only one bid was received at that time of $139,455. And it was well over the insurance proceeds. The board on August 20th rejected that bid and authorized the staff to rebid the project. Staff did rebid the project, and another bid was received on October 7th. Only one more bid was received on October 7th. It was from a different company, MMC Contracting from Columbus, and their bid amount was $84,143.80 in 60 days to complete the project. So the county's insurance company met with MMC Contracting on site recently to address the difference between the insurance proceeds and the bid amount. After that meeting, the insurance company increased their contributions from the $70,775 to $81,042. And MMC's contracting bid, they revised that down to the same amount. So staff recommends the board award the project to MMC Contracting for $81,040.02. Insurance proceeds will fund 100% of the repair cost. If approved, the project can begin soon, be completed in 60 days after notice received, or about early January 2020.
Okay, does anyone have any questions? Any discussion?
appreciate your continued efforts on this, on behalf of this, to get the contractor and the insurance company to work together to fund that.
We finally got together to agree on site, so everybody knows the damage. So, it was originally $50,000. Then it jumped up to 70. Now they met together at 81.40.
And 2 cents.
And 2 cents. That's your 2 cents worth, right?
There you go.
Don't forget that 2 cents.
All right. If there are no questions, is there a motion?
So moved.
Okay, and I'll second that. All those in favor? Motion carries.
The next item is another bid award for the community center replacement pool equipment. The board approved $100,000 in the FY 2019-20 budget to modernize the pool equipment at the community center. The modernization includes a new chemical feed control panel, an acid feed pump, a bleach feed pump, and a new UV system. Bid specifications were developed, advertised, and distributed. We did receive on the bid deadline of October 17th, 6 bids. The low bidder, which included equipment and installation, was Duffield Aquatics from Alcoa, Tennessee, with a low bid of $23,317.94. And staff recommends the board award this project to Duffield Aquatics for that amount. Again, you can see this was well below the budgeted amount. Funding for this project was included in the budget, specifically in the SPLOST 2014 fund. If approved, the project can easily be completed in 60 days of the notice to proceed, or about late December. The pool will not need to be closed for this work. Duffield Aquatics will also provide on-site training to community center personnel at no charge on how to properly operate the equipment. So there it is, $23,317.94 to modernize all that equipment to make that pool work a little better.
Could you tell us what the difference, I mean, I understand aquatic consulting has NA for installation, so I assume it's included in the other, but, and their bid was lower than Duffield. So what's?
Aquatic Consulting did not provide installation. Their company does not install. They only provide the equipment. So then we have to go find another install. And once you buy equipment from somebody and have somebody else install and it doesn't work, there's a lot of finger pointing. So I'd rather go to the person that can do a turnkey operation, and that's Duffield Aquatics.
Okay, that was my
Totally agree.
question also.
Totally agree.
Okay, any other questions or any discussion? Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, is there a second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor? Andrew. All right. Next item.
The next item is number 6, Recreational Trails Program Grant Submission and Resolution for Ellison Park. Every October, 2 or 3 grants come out every year from the state. It's federal money given to the state, given to the local government, cities and counties in Georgia. They're the Land and Water Conservation Fund, the Recreational Trails Program Grant, the RTP Fund, and the new Georgia Outdoor something grant. That's brand new. And the board authorized that to submit a grant at the last meeting for that. So this is the RTP grant that comes out every October. So Ellison Park is continuing to be cleaned up due to the March 2019 tornado. Of all the collected storm debris from all the neighborhoods, about 17,745 cubic yards has already been chipped up and transported off-site. Public Works crew and prison crews continue to clean up the park as time of other permits. To give the chipping company more material to chip up to reach their goal of 27,500 cubic yards of material. In addition, county staff is evaluating using other entities to help us in this park cleanup. Again, the Parks Lodge is scheduled to be fully repaired by late December, early January, using 100% insurance proceeds. Once the park is cleaned up enough, Alexander Paving will come back and complete their contract of installing the GDOT required turn lanes. It is anticipated the park can be partially opened during the summer of 2020 if all activities go according to plan. The upcoming FY 2021 budget will have a request to add at least one full-time park employee to oversee this new park, vehicle, assorted equipment, and a prison crew to keep the park mowed, clean, and secure. To further develop the park, staff is wanting to prepare an RTP grant application to fund the construction of a 1 mile long, 8 foot wide, compacted gravel loop trail around the 12.5 acre main lake, which would include 2 pedestrian bridges over the swampy areas. The project would also include a 0.25 mile long, 8 foot wide recycled asphalt trail for ADA compliance, which is part of the grant requirements. Beginning at the parking area, and that would lead to the 2 acre lake to allow disabled visitors to enjoy the park. The RTP grant is an 80-20 grant, whereby the grant would fund 80% of the project cost, and the county would fund 20%. The maximum grant award is $200,000, so that's the 80%. And the required grant match would be $50,000, which is 20%, all coming from SPLOST 2014 funds. So it would have a total project cost of $250,000. In addition, this project would also use the donation of $52,666 that was recently received to make a total project cost of $302,666. This donation would give the county's grant application additional scoring points to make it more competitive. The RTP grant has a deadline of November 17th of this year. If the grant application is successful, the county will be invited to the second level application process during April of next year, and the grant funds will be awarded during the fall of 2020. When it comes to federal money given to the state, to the local governments, nothing is fast. The award amount could be placed in next year's budget if we are awarded. It will take about a year to design, obtain all environmental permits. Those 2 bridges around the loop lake, around the trail around the lake, requires Army Corps of Engineers permits, and they take a long time to get. So it'll take about a year to design, obtain all permits, prepare construction documents, bid out the project, and about 6 months to build the project, which would be completed in early 2022. So staff recommends the board approve the submission of the RTP grant application for this purpose, and approve the resolution and authorize staff to execute all other necessary grant documents. And you can see in the second page is in yellow would be the loop lake around the trail, the loop trail around the lake. That's 1.0 miles. And the orange area from the parking lot to the 2 acre lake, that's about 0.25 miles. So it'd be a 1.25 mile long trail.
And around the lake is gravel.
Around the lake is only compacted gravel, and the orange area is recycled asphalt.
Okay.
So that is the project in mind. Again, these are highly competitive grants, but if you don't play, you can't win.
All right. I'll try and won't now.
All right.
Are there any questions of Randy or any discussion?
What's the difference in trying to do recycled asphalt for the whole mile around the lake? Other than, I know it's gonna cost more money, but if we're just gonna do a little section from the parking lot to roughly the little lake, you know, what if we have somebody that'd like to go around the whole lake? I mean, they may still be able to, I'm just curious.
Well, the grant requires an ADA component. They are fully aware of these, you know, a lot of cities and county trails are gravel, and not all of them will be ADA accessible, but they want you to try to get in some component of ADA. And this is the only area, this orange area, is the only part of the entire trail system that is level. That would be ADA requirements. The other part will not. It's too steep, and it's just too much this. So we could probably spend a fortune making that ADA accessible loop trail, but it would just be cost prohibitive. So we're doing the best we can with doing a little portion to make it ADA compliant, so people with wheelchairs can enjoy it. Would get us more points, and then the rest would be compacted gravel, but it would not anywhere near meet ADA requirements. But it was not the intent. And I originally wanted the $250,000 to do the whole thing. But Matt Smith with Carter Sloop, he always wants to give me bad news, and it's always more expensive than what I think. So he said, Randy, the $250,000 won't get you where you need to be. 302,666 will get us a lot closer. So he estimated this whole project to be about $320,000, but that's his estimate. I'm hoping if we get it and we bid it out a year and a half from now, cost might be, on the competitive bid, we might be right on the 302,666. This will be pretty close.
Okay, any other questions or any discussion? Is there a motion?
I make a motion that we submit the RTP grant application, resolution, and authorize staff to execute all other grant documents necessary.
And I will second that. All those in favor? Okay. It is approved to submit the grant.
Very good. The next item is number 7, project updates. Again, going quickly through the project updates. Number 2, a county-wide email system is being implemented. Training is beginning very soon, and it should be finished by early December. Number 6, purchase 2 Jaws of Life tools and cardiac monitors for EMS. That has been completed. Number 10, replacing the fuel card readers and implementing the new WEX fuel card management program. That is going on right now, and that should be completed by late December. Number 13, restrip 18 county roads. That is ongoing, and it should be finished by the end of this month. Number 18, modernization of the community center's pool equipment was approved tonight, and that should be finished by late December of this year. Number 21 was also approved tonight, the repair of the Elgin Park Lodge. That should be finished by the end of the year. Number 22, shipping and grinding of the collected storm debris at Elgin Park. Again, about 65% has been completed, and Victory grinding will be moving back on site the week of November the 18th to finish up, because we have pulled out a lot more wood debris than we expected. We have pulled it out. It is ready for Victory to come back and start grinding again. So when he comes back the week of November the 18th, he should spend maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks, and finish his 27,500 cubic yards. So his contract will be fulfilled. He can be out of the park, and then we can continue on cleaning it up. Number 24, soccer complex pavilion. That's going pretty well. All the concrete's been done, framing's been done, the roof has been installed, and we're ordering other materials. The rain caught us last week. But that should be finished also by the end of the year. Number 26, phase 1 is virtually completed of the rails to trails. All that is required is various signage. Safety signage, pedestrian signage, along with paint, street markings.
Could I ask Mr. Taylor, the agreement between Pine Mountain, you still don't have, do you have any idea when that agreement will be for that?
I'm gonna find out. Mark Calhoun from, who represents Pine Mountain said, told me last week he'd send me a draft copy, and
You
I
still
have not
haven't
got
seen
it
it?
yet.
Okay, this is on the enforcement of the trail.
Yeah, that agreement would cover keeping the grass cut, empty the trash cans, clearing all of the trail from limbs and leaves, and law enforcement and conviction in municipal court.
Okay.
And the ribbon cutting is Wednesday, November 20th at 4 p.m. in Pine Mountain. Number 28, the airport fence project has concluded. They're finishing up right now, and that is basically finished. Maybe a few items on the punch list. Number 38, upgrade the water line on State Route 315 to serve the Mulberry Grove development. That is on bid. Bid opening is November the 14th, and board consideration on December 3rd. Completion by late February of 2020. Number 40, update the county's land use and development codes for community development. The RFQ was advertised. The county did receive 3 proposals, and they're being evaluated. The board should consider that hopefully on the November 19th meeting. If all goes well, the project can be completed by the end of the fiscal year, which is next June 30, 2020. And that will be a very public process, a very in-depth process that the county desperately needs. But that will be a very open, transparent process. Number 41, Melody Lakes Dam. Have not heard back from the state. Still waiting, which is not a bad thing. That's about it. If any questions, I'd be more happy to answer any questions the board may have.
Anyone have any questions?
I know that we're just now in November, but sitting there thinking about it and looking at Linda Dawson, we don't need to let the fly-in event catch up on us.
Now, she talks about it at every monthly airport meeting.
Well, I know you are. I just, it was such a good event last year. I know it'll be a good one this year. So I was just sitting there looking at it thinking, well, we're about 6 months away.
The airport board has been discussing
At every meeting.
every meeting.
Every single week.
And I will say that I was at the Pine Mountain Trunk or Treat on Saturday, and as I went in Saturday, there were several people already walking on the trail, so they're already enjoying the trail, the part that is done. So when we get the striping on and all that, it'll probably just make it that much better. But there are a lot of people that are already pushing their young children up and down it, and so it's going to be a good thing.
It is. It will be a very good thing. And phase 2 and 3 should start this week.
Okay. Mr. Taylor, do you have anything?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else? I would like to ask for executive session for the 5 commissioners, please, to discuss personnel. Is there a motion to go into executive session?
I'll make the motion.
Okay. Motion, is there a second? Second. There is a motion and a second. All those in favor? Okay.